Talking with David and James from Gold, the series. So, David, just kind of for people who haven't seen it, why don't you go ahead and just kind of recap what the theme of Gold is.
Gold is a fictional story about professional role-playing gamers. It's sort of a satire of sports movies and television. So we take a lot of the themes and storylines from your typical sports movie, you know, Hoosiers or a movie like that, but we're applying them to the role-playing gaming world. So it's sort of a tribute to the role-playing gaming world, which I love, and then it's sort of a satire of sports movies too.
What kind of feedback have you received since you started the series?
The community has been super receptive to us and really supportive. A lot of the blogs have been writing stories about us. I keep looking at the microphone, which is bizarre. A lot of the blogs.
It's okay.
A lot of the blogs have been writing some great stories about us. We've gotten a lot of good feedback from the entertainment press as well as the RPG press. It's been honestly more than I could have hoped for.
Why did you decide to do this?
I love role-playing games. I live in Los Angeles, and I moved out there to be an actor and a writer. And after a few years of struggling, I wanted to do my own thing. And I think the most important thing when you're producing something independent is to produce something that you're passionate about. And I'm passionate about role-playing games, and so it was a great sort of a melding of my passions.
Now, the other guys in there, and James, maybe I'll ask this: are you gamers as well, then?
I dabbled a little bit when I was small. I don't really have much recollection besides painting the little miniatures. But we've started a game, actually. Some of the people, well, they're all involved in Gold. And I feel like Reborn, actually, it's really a lot of fun.
For just kind of dabbling in it like that, do you have you been able to, kind of latch on to some of the cliches and some of the things that the table politics, so to speak, that go on there? I mean, as an actor, is it an easy get for you?
Well, like everybody involved, like all the actors are friends already, so that sort of, bonding, kind of just camaraderie thing is just natural.
Now, you've completed the first series, and you have plans to then continue it on, or?
Yeah, the second season we're working on right now. The scripts are mostly written. We've honestly been trying to find some money, looking for sponsorship and stuff. Things are looking very positive right now, so we feel confident we're going to have a second season, hopefully starting shooting this winter for the second season. The story that I originally wrote was a 2-season story arc, so the first we've just finished. The second season will be the finishing of the original story arc, and then if we can go on, of course we would love to.
Do you feel this fills a need of some sort? I mean, apart from just doing it for yourself and kind of scratching that itch, do you feel that you're doing something for the gaming community at large? I do.
I think we're an underserved community as far as entertainment goes. Movies and television. Mostly when you see gamers on movies and TV, you see people who are the butt of jokes. It may be about gamers or having gamers involved, but mostly it's not for them. It's for people who don't really understand, and there's lots of sort of making fun. And I think with a few exceptions, there aren't a lot of places on television or in movies where you can watch gamers and you can feel like they're talking to you. That these are not people, you're not making fun of them. It's for the gaming community. So I do feel like there's an underserved audience there, and there's a couple places on movies and TV. And historically, Freaks and Geeks did a great episode about Dungeons and Dragons. Of course, the opening scenes of E.T. we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. But then apart from some indie films like Gamers and Midnight Chronicles, which is screening here, there isn't really a lot of stuff aimed at us, honestly. So yeah, I feel like we are filling a need.
And speaking of that, it does seem that at least this year that there's a lot more things like that. You mentioned Midnight from Fantasy Flight, and then now Matt Forbeck has got his Brave New World thing, and there's other more movies like that. Do you kind of see the industry kind of going into that medium more?
Well, I think technology is a huge part of filmmaking, right? And the last couple of years, it's become a lot easier for independent filmmakers to do it. You don't have to be in Los Angeles to make a film. You don't have to be able to buy film stock or have some huge editing machine. You can make high-quality digital projects plus with the web, you can release them and distribute them everywhere. So we're geeks, obviously, here, and we have the tools and the computer know-how and stuff to execute the back end of filmmaking in a way that in previous years we haven't really been able to. So I think you're going to see a lot more of it. As the geeks slowly take over the world, a lot more content is going to be developed for us.
You did mention that you kind of struggled for a few years before you did this. Has this opened up any more doors for you career-wise at all, or?
Yeah, it honestly has. I've been able to just being able to make something and put it out there and show that you can build a show, that you can find an audience, that you can market your own product. It has a big impact in Los Angeles. So honestly, yeah, there's some doors and maybe windows starting to open for us that weren't there previously. So it's been great for me. I mean, honestly, all around for all of us. The community's been awesome. Los Angeles is starting to be warmer, so it's good.
So James, does that mean when he said that all of you you've been sent scripts? Is that what he's saying?
I wouldn't go that far yet, but it's exciting to be part of a great project, and I feel it's just getting myself out there and more people seeing the show. I don't know.
Now you just got here, but I mean, you've obviously have gotten some feedback, I'm sure, on just yourself and the characters and the show itself. I mean, is that kind of newfound fame? Is it weird? I mean, how are you adjusting to that? With people reaching out to you?
Well, I haven't had any strangers reaching out to me, but just from people I know that have seen it, they are so excited by it. I'm surprised. Not that I don't think it's good, but I just like people really. I think it's because it's that sports movie mentality, and it just gets people amped up and excited about rooting for these people.
And honestly, James hasn't been in as much of, we've been kind of doing producer type stuff behind the scenes, talking to people, and James's character Sam is a big favorite among, at least, in Los Angeles where I've been doing interviews and stuff so far. Hopefully that will carry out here, but between the gauntlets and, kind of the tank character, he's a big favorite among fans, so.